Welcome to Cougan's Corner. It's been a while since I made a video, just simply because I haven't really had any products to review. As we have been going through this pandemic, a lot of people have been using different cameras for Zoom and things like that. And I've been pretty pleased with just using my webcam camera, but the quality isn't superior. But I saw this new product. I don't know if you pronounce it OBSBOT or OBSBOT. Probably said that all wrong, that's fine. But I decided to get this because it looks really good from what I've been able to see about it. So I'll be doing a test with this and I'll compare it to several different other webcams. And so you'll be able to maybe make your own decision of whether this is the thing for you. One thing that's really nice about this though, that outshines all the other cameras regardless about the quality, is it has hand gestures that allow it to zoom in and it'll also follow along with you. So let's go ahead and begin to unbox this. I'm going to use my awesome knife here that I have on my keychain. That's all I have. Okay, comes in another box, bubble wrapped. All right, has some extra cushioning right here. Come out of there. Packed really tight. Little operator's manual inside there. And here's the little guy right here. Again, you can see this. Take a look at it here. Has this little top that will go around. Not all the way around, but most of the way. And it looks, right here you have the power cord, power it. It'll also run off USB. Now you have to have a certain DC. That doesn't come with a DC input, but something that you can have. It also has a little part where you can plug it onto a tripod, so you can screw that on there. And this has a magnet on it. Allows this to stick on there like that. You can use this on your computer. I'll set that up later. And then of course you have the charging cable. Doesn't, like I said, doesn't come with the DC voltage. If you have a voltage thing that get on here, it says it's DC 5 volt, then you can plug that in and run it off of that type of power, but it's powered by the USB. So that should make things pretty easy to be able to use it. Next thing I'll do is, after I'm going to go from these cameras I'm using right now, and I will give you footage directly from the device and from some other devices and show you the difference in quality. Also check the audio and things like that. So see you in just a minute.
I'm reproducing this part of the video over again. I know you're not going to be able to see it, but when I first did it, I had messed with the recording levels, and I wanted to give you a better idea with all the devices I'm fixing to show you, with them being adjusted to the best of my ability at the optimal levels. This particular example here is with my internal microphone. In fact, I'm going to turn on, I found a new feature in Zoom where you can turn on Pro version, and I'm going to switch to that where it'll turn on original sound. And so I don't know if you notice a difference between now and what I was just talking about, but this is my internal mic mic on my Alienware laptop using just the webcam. It's like 720 probably T. And now I'm going to switch over to a Logitech C920. I've had this thing for like 4 years maybe, or 5 years. Switch over to it along with its microphone. As you can see, it does a lot better on video quality than a webcam, and probably the microphone probably sounds better as well. All of them will do just fine in a pinch, but anyway, this is what this looks like. With this, you know, it's just been standard, been there. It's putting out an HD 1080p. You can adjust it up and down. That's about it. It's not the easiest thing to adjust. But now let's move over to the OBSBOT, the OBSBOT, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, I'm using the microphones on it. You can see what they sound like. They sound pretty good, and it also, I think it does a really good job on video. I would say that it's better on the video quality than the Logitech. It just handles the lighting and everything better. And by the way, regarding my lighting, I do have a side light over here to cast light. As you can see, it puts a shadow when I block it. But to put a little bit more light on my face, most people don't have that. They just usually have the overhead lights. So my lighting is a little bit better than probably what most have set up in this particular situation. But the one thing that is really great about this particular camera is its ability to be able to follow you. Now, I didn't set this up originally right, so give me just a second. I don't have it. It'll swivel around. You can easily move this thing up and down. Ooh, and easily top. You can move it around left and right quite a ways. So if you want to flip that thing around, it's on a little magnet. I didn't have it centered, so you have to excuse me while I get this thing adjusted so it'll be in the center like that. All right. Now that I've made you completely dizzy, it does have some hand gestures that go with it. They're not the greatest because you got to get your hand just right for it to work. Let's see how good I do it this time. If I go like this, put an L up. By the way, it displays a green light whenever it's on. It'll do a blue light whenever you get it right. Try it on this side maybe. See if this works. Sometimes you have to twist your hand just right. There we go. Now it zooms in. You don't really have any detailed features. You have to use the computer software to do it, to be able to kind of go in steps. And then it does this zoom in all the way in, and you can zoom back out if I can get it just right. Problem is I have to push my hand just right. Let's see if I can get this. You can see how long this takes. Sometimes, I mean, if you're trying to do this in a hurry, I mean, this is not something I would want to have to struggle with, especially if I was trying to do something live, because that would be really embarrassing going, whoa, look at this. So, come on. Well, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it to ever go back. Try it this way one more time. If anybody else has used these, use this OBSBOT and figure out a better way to do this. Okay, well, I guess I'll give up on that. I'll just leave it up here nice and close so you can see all of this. I know it's probably exciting. You can also do this hand gesture. See if I can get it to work. Maybe if I back up. Come on. This is the other hand gesture where you hold up your hand like this. There we go. So now, whenever I move, that's not going to work on me. All right, come on. I'm going to leave all this footage in here because just showing you how they need to work on these hand gestures because they don't work the best. Come on. There we go. So I definitely wouldn't rely on that. There we go. Finally got some movement. Let me see if I can get this thing to go out. Come on. Well, anyway, you can see the use of this if you were standing up. and you're trying to show a presentation on something like this and saying, see over here, see this stuff right here, you can do that, and it follows you around. So that's a really nice feature. And then of course you're supposed to be able to hold your hand up and it'll turn it back off. Hey, worked that time. Look at that. It finally zoomed out. It did it all at once. I didn't even do the zoom out thing. But anyway, that gives you an idea of how that camera works. I really like this camera, and I think it does a good job on video quality. So I could definitely recommend it. I can see you using it in a bunch of different scenarios. So here's this test. Oh, almost forgot. I want to show you the audio from a Yeti mic, which is should be a better microphone than all of these combined together. I'll switch over to it so you can see what it sounds like. Here's what the Yeti mic sounds like, so you can see if you combined it with this OBSBOT, got good video quality, and then you combine it with a better microphone like the Yeti mic or whatever microphone you want to use them together, and then you can have really good audio and also your good video as well. Okay, here's another example. Thought I'd go ahead and throw this in. This is from a Surface Pro 6. So it's not the 7. And I think the 7 has a little bit better microphones, and maybe, I don't know if the camera is much different or not, I can't remember. But anyway, this is what the camera looks like on the Surface Pro 6. That's what it sounds like with its microphone and the same setting. And again, I'll just go ahead and I have the OBSBOT camera hooked up to the Surface Pro right now, and you can compare that as well. I'll switch over to it. Okay, here's the OBSBOT, and you've already seen footage of this from the other camera, but this gives you an idea of what it looks like again in comparison to the Surface Pro 6. And also, you can also tell the difference in the sound quality as well. Like I said, always going to do better if you hook up like a Yeti mic or any other type of mic that's along those lines. But this is what this sounds like. And so maybe this will give you a good idea of how much better or how much worse you think this is than like the cameras on a Surface Pro or on the other devices that I have in this the Logitech and my Alienware webcam and that sort of thing. Of course, it's going to beat these webcams out real easy. So I hope you'll find this helpful, and it'll help you to decide what you might get for yourself, as so many people are using these type of webcams.
One other quick thing I want to mention about this is that I want you to be able to see this, just to see how this thing is able to tilt and move. You can see it goes around several different angles like that, so you can really move it around. You can even flip it around to look at someone else if you wanted, if you had it set just right. Also, if you were concerned about privacy, you can just flip this thing down like this and it will not be able to see you. Also, this little device that comes with it, it comes with a little piece of sticky tape that you can peel off and you can permanently leave on your computer. I don't want to do that. You can buy extra ones of these, but I'm just using tape and tape it to the back of the computer, so I don't have to buy extra ones of these because I use it on multiple devices. And as you can see, it has a magnet that just comes off, and that magnet just lets that sit on top of there. And again, I've already pointed this out, but it does have the little screw-in thing that you can put on a tripod, and you can put it on that to be able to allow it to follow you that way as well.